All right, let's talk about tracking your fitness progress. I mean, really tracking it, the way the pros do. If you've ever been putting in the work and just wondering if it's actually making a difference, then you are in the right place. Let's get into it.
So you're doing all the right things, right? You're hitting the gym, you're eating clean, but progress can feel kind of invisible sometimes. How do you go from just feeling like you're getting fitter to actually knowing it for a fact? Well, that is the big question we are going to unpack today. And the answer? It comes down to this really powerful three-part framework that fitness professionals swear by. It's a super simple but absolutely game-changing trio: test, measurement, and evaluation. Once you get these three, you'll see your progress in a whole new light. Okay, first up is the test. Now, don't think of a scary school exam. In fitness, a test is just the action you take to get some info. It could be a push-up test to see how strong you are, or maybe a 50-meter dash to check your speed. It's simply the what you're doing to get the data. So after you do the test, you get the measurement. This part is all about the numbers. It's the raw, objective data you collected. It's not a feeling, it's a fact. You did 20 push-ups. You ran 100 meters in 15 seconds. That's your score. Simple as that.
And here's where it all comes together. Evaluation. This is the part where you give those numbers meaning. You take your measurement, like 20 push-ups, and you ask, so what? Is that good? Is it better than last month? Evaluation is what turns that raw number into a real powerful insight. If it's still a little fuzzy, think back to school. It's the perfect analogy. The test is the final exam you sit for. The measurement is the score you get back. Let's say you got a 90%. And the evaluation? That's the A grade written in red at the top. It's the judgment of that score. See? Test, measure, evaluate.
Okay, so theory is one thing. Let's see how this whole framework actually works in the real world. How do we use this trio to look at the different parts of our fitness?
Let's start with body composition. This is basically just to look at what your body's made of. You know, the ratio of fat to muscle. A super common and easy test for this is the body mass index, or as you probably know it, BMI.
Now, the test for BMI couldn't be easier. You just need two simple measurements that you probably already know: your weight in kilograms and your height in meters. Then you just plug them into this formula: your weight divided by your height squared. Boom! That gives you a single number, which is your BMI score.
And this table is the perfect example of the evaluation step. Your BMI score, that measurement, it's just a number floating in space until you compare it against a standard like this chart. This is where you evaluate it. Are you in the healthy range? The overweight range? This is how you turn a simple measurement into really meaningful information about your health.
All right, next up, muscular strength. This is all about the maximum force your muscles can generate in one go. And what's the classic no equipment needed test for upper body strength? Yep, you guessed it, the good old push-up test.
And a really important point here is that tests aren't one size fits all. They can and should be adapted. You've got the standard push-up, and then you have the modified version from the knees, which is awesome for beginners or people building up their strength. Either way, the measurement is dead simple. How many reps can you do with good form?
And we can't forget about flexibility. This is all about how well your joints can move through their full range of motion. A classic test for this is the sit and reach. For this, the measurement is just how far forward you can reach, usually measured in inches or centimeters. And the evaluation? That happens when you compare your number to charts for your age and gender to see how you stack up.
So, now that we know how to track performance, let's add one more fascinating layer to the mix: understanding your natural body type, or what's known as your somatotype. And let me be clear, this isn't about having a good or bad body type. It's all about knowing your physical foundation so you can set way better goals.
So this term, somatype, comes from the work of a researcher named William Sheldon. It's essentially a way of classifying our body's natural physique. Knowing which type you lean towards can help you understand your natural strengths and what kind of training might work best for you.
So on the two opposite ends of the spectrum, you have the ectomorph and the endomorph. Ectomorphs are those naturally lean people with narrower frames who often find it tough to pack on muscle. Endomorphs are the opposite. They tend to have a stockier build, wider hips, and find they gain fat a bit more easily. And smack dab in the middle, you've got the mesomorph. This is often called the athletic build. They tend to have broad shoulders, a naturally muscular body, and can often gain muscle and lose fat pretty efficiently. Figuring out where you fall on this spectrum can be a real light bulb moment for your training. So we've covered the framework, we've looked at real tests.
We've even explored body types. But let's bring it all home. What's the big takeaway here? Why does any of this really matter for your personal fitness journey?
Well, here's the bottom line. Using this test, measure, and evaluate system gives you control. It gives you a clear, honest starting point. It helps you set smarter goals and personalize your workouts. But maybe the most important thing? It's a massive motivation boost. Seeing those numbers actually change, your push-ups going from 10 to 15, shaving seconds off your run time, that is the concrete proof that your hard work is paying off.
So we've laid out the professional's playbook for you. You now have the tools to stop guessing and start knowing. The only question left is for you. How are you going to measure your own incredible progress?